Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program, where today we are going to be heading back out into the cosmos through rocket propellant. Yes, we are returning to the VAB for a special mission. We have gone to the moon, we have gone to Minmus, we have also been to Duna and Eve, so today I am wanting to get to Moho with a rover. Now, what I've done here for this mission is I've basically taken the Duna rover mission design and added just a little bit extra fuel just to be on the safe side. I don't know if it's gonna be enough, but yeah, I'm hoping that that little bit of extra fuel will be good enough. Other changes I've made to the Duna rover was, of course, I took off the parachute because Moho has no atmosphere, so a parachute would be completely useless. I am hoping, I am just hoping so much that these 4 engines are enough to land this thing, but I honestly have no idea whatsoever. I really don't know how this plan is going to go for this mission. With my luck, it's going to go horribly, horribly wrong, and we probably won't even get to Moho. But I want to try, because I would love to get a rover up there, because I saw something on Reddit today that I didn't know existed. Well, as I've told you before, the only celestial bodies in the Kottabos Space Program I visited before starting this series was just the moon and Minmus. I had never been to any of the other planets, so I know nothing about them. And I saw a post on Reddit today that there is apparently a 4 or 5 kilometer deep crater up at the North Pole of Moho. I want to see this. It sounds amazing. So, I would like to send a rover up there. I originally was planning to send a probe to Moho today, but then I saw that Reddit post and I had to try to get a rover up there so that if we can't land at the pole, that perhaps we could drive there. Now, depending on how far away we are, I probably won't actually get to that point today, but you know, if we do land far away, if we even make it to Moho, I'll show you guys the crater in the next episode, as long as I can drive to it successfully. We'll see. Like I said, I honestly have no idea how this whole thing's gonna go. But, yeah, we should be able to just go straight to launch because none of the staging changed on this mission. So it should just be good to go. So let us just head out to the launch pad now. Okay, now we are out here with Gilroy Kerbin. Yes, the rover missions that were over here in the last episode, I ended all of them, and in a strange order, so my whole Kerbonauts list is a little messed up now. So yeah, we have Gilroy Kerbin sitting in the rover up there, which, hopefully, my friend, this is plenty of room for you on your, yeah, most likely one-way mission to Moho. So, you know, may want to check the pre-flight checklist to make sure it's all good. And that you brought along plenty of snacks because, yeah, this rover won't get you back home, and who knows when I'll be able to send a rescue mission. But it's too late now. Gilroy, you're strapped in, so let's launch you into space in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, now we are shooting up nicely, as we always do with this heavy launcher design. I am very pleased about it. I definitely have enjoyed its use and do like it quite a bit. I've been trying to work with some other designs, but so far this has been my best rocket design for sending up just basic probes up into space. There we go, drop that staging. So yeah, I do need to design a heavier lifter though, because I've got some ideas for bigger missions to send up into space, which of course is going to need a much, much larger design than what this thing can provide. But yeah, we'll have to cross that bridge at a later date. Let's start our turn here just a little bit. Ooh, no, I actually liked you rotating a bit so that we don't run into that stage when we separate. Ooh, you're not wanting to rotate, are you? Alright, well, let's just leave it there for now and drop it. And angle this baby way out there. Now, I know that this is probably horrible on my fuel consumption, but oh, well, I can live with that. Let's just plop you there, and ooh, you are already almost to the 100,000 meter mark that I like to have. So let's flip you out there. 200. Ooh, no, I don't need that much. And there we go. 179, bit more. Alright, you just really want to be out to that 120 mark, don't you? Yeah, a little more. There we go, I'm happy with that. Alright, so let's... Oh, considering, once again, as always, I forget the RCS, let's just start our very, very slow movement with momentum. Oh, and we've got a minute to burn. And I do not think that the main sail stage is going to last for that whole 1 minute with its current fuel. So we are probably going to have to start well before that so that we can use the nuclear engine here, which I always hate digging into the fuel for the nuclear engine. The heavy lifter has served us well, but with sending up rovers, it definitely could use a little bit more oomph to it to get it up into space. Because this stage right here with the nuclear engine can pretty much get anywhere within the sort of interior solar system. But, ooh, let's start burning now. That would be good. I think it would be good. But yeah, I can basically get to, you know, Duna, Eve, and should get to Moho with no problems. But with these rovers, it starts bringing in more weight. If I just had a probe on the front of this thing, I don't think we would have had a problem at all. But with this heavier rover, with wheels and batteries and all that, it does definitely cut into your fuel reserves. So that's why I've been trying to play around with other designs for a heavy launch rocket. Ooh, nope, I'm off target. I hit the wrong keys. Lovely. Ooh, though we're not as bad as I was thinking. Woo. Okay, let's fight our way back here. I'm way off target now. There we go. What does it look like on the map? Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Still got a minute to burn with this now. Which, of course, this is the nuclear engine, so it just sips fuel, but still, using any fuel in this stage makes me very unhappy. That is why I'm glad I added this just small little extra bit of fuel to this thing. Ooh, the wheels are going. You know what, let's disable these, because they're just using battery power that we just don't need to use. I really should bind these to a key. Why won't you select there? There we go. Disable. Zoom this out. Those are slowing down slowly but surely. Alright, what is this looking like? Not bad. We are... Ooh, let's just let it keep burning for a little bit. We don't need to worry too much about us having a nice orbit. As long as we have an orbit, I am a happy, happy man. Yeah, come on, a little more. Alright, I'll be happy with that. Let's just bring that down. And yeah, that is a successful orbit. It's a wonky one at 120 and 89, but hey, it works for me. Okay. Alright, now what I'm going to do is... Oop, actually, I meant to stay in the map. I don't know why I hit M there. I'm going to start playing around with navigation nodes. Because I I honestly don't know what I'm doing to get to Moho. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have to play around with this for a little bit. Ooh, I need to actually... Oh, it's on a wonky orbit. Oh, this probably isn't going to go well. Okay, yeah, I'm going to fast forward while I play around with this. Yeah, I'll bring you back hopefully when I figure something out, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, see you guys in a sec. Okay, I've gotten myself to an angle that I think is gonna work, but not only is Moho on an angle, but it's also on kind of a wonky one. That's not only tilted this way, but also sort of the other way too. I don't know really how to explain that. But yeah, it's off kilter. So, I mean, yeah, even if you look at the sun here, it doesn't look like it's a perfect circle around the sun with the sun in the center. So that... yeah, there's a... yeah, that's gonna be odd to try and get to, but we must attempt. Let's... oh yeah, we are back on focus on our rover. Okay, so... add a maneuver node here, and let's make it a biggin. There we go. No, no, no. No, no, no. There we are, back out. I always hate playing around with these nodes on... whoa, that's way too much. Let's bring that back down. Yeah, we definitely don't need that much. Ow, but then it goes out. Ah, that's what I always hate. So right now, it's looking like I need to just leave Kerbin orbit and then get along a path that's similar to Kerbin's actual orbit around the sun, and then try and lower it from there. Oh, that's gonna be tricky. Okay, well, it has to be attempted, though. Wait, what the... oh, man, even with that angling, it's still basically putting me just on the same orbital plane as Kerbin. So that seems like it was a giant waste what I just did, trying to angle myself like that. Well, lovely. Crap. Okay. Wow, I really don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so I think my only option here is to leave Kerbin orbit and just kind of go along the same orbital path as Kerbin, but actually leave its orbit. And then try and, once I'm like over here or something, try and bring down this side of my orbit in line with Moho, and then adjust from there. Perhaps. This is probably way overdoing it, but... well, that's what I seem to do most of the time. So, yeah, let's fast forward, and I'll bring you guys back eventually. Maybe. Or maybe this was an entire flop of a mission. We'll see. So, yeah, be back in a minute, guys. Okay, so I'm, bringing you guys back. I don't know what in the world I was actually doing with that maneuver node. That's why I was kind of watching it like this, because I don't know why, but for some reason I must not have just been thinking and completely passed Moho, so I've been watching it as it came in close, and then just looked at my fuel. That's not good. Ah, crap. I do not think we are going to be able to be successful on this mission. And, that highly disappoints me. As I was bringing this down and it was getting close to Eve, I kept contemplating maybe I should just abort and have this thing divert to Eve instead. But, I decided to keep going. And it just... With only 300 liquid fuel and basically the same of that at oxidizer, I sincerely doubt that I would be able to try and fix this. So even just to align my planes here with Moho is going to take a 6-minute burn. And that would probably be enough fuel for that burn, but then not for trying to get an encounter with Moho. Damn, I was really hoping that this one would work. But I know exactly, yes, I'm flustered. I am annoyed with this. I think the fuel that I wasted trying to align my orbit pre-leaving Kerbin might have helped me, that little extra bit of fuel, but I sincerely doubt it. Basically, I think that this extra section of fuel right here was what I spent finishing up my orbit around Kerbin, and then that aligning of my orbit that was completely pointless. And then basically this was used to exit Kerbin orbit and to get here. And from our solar research mission, we know that that's really not enough fuel. And damn it, this was a miscalculation on my part, and that greatly annoys me, because now I've got this rover floating out here which will never ever be able to return home or ever reach any reasonable destination, which, oh man, that really does annoy me. This really is my first truly failed mission. I mean, I've had failed missions on here before. Yeah, things crashing, or the solar research mission not getting it to where I needed it to go. But still, it got in orbit around the planet, and those crashes, well, they were at least amusing to watch. This one, this mission just... It's a complete and utter failure. If I could have at least gotten into orbit around Moho, which I would not be able to do with this fuel, it would have at least been a partial success. But with this, no, this just bothers me. I've got just 300 fuel left in this thing. And that is... Oh, wait, what the... This is different numbers. Well, I guess that's just for... Well, wait, that's... Well, that's not right at all. Those are quite different. I don't know. But, oh, because it's counting the fuel that I have in these two, I guess. These little tanks. Perhaps, I don't know. Oh, yeah, because it's not stage only. So, yeah, that's why there's the difference between that number and this number. But yeah, I am bothered by this. This is my first truly failed mission, and there's no way that I can save this one. It's with 300 fuel left, I'd probably get a 5-minute burn, perhaps 5-6 minutes. So probably enough to get it at the right angle, but then we would never have an encounter ever, basically, with how everything is aligned, and we wouldn't have enough fuel to deorbit into Moho, let alone just get into an orbit or anything like that. So yeah, this is disappointing. This is very disappointing. But what are you gonna do? I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Ah, man. Yeah, I am definitely annoyed by this, but oh well, I was bound to have a complete failure of a mission eventually. I was just hoping perhaps it wouldn't be so soon. I was thinking maybe a failed mission would be going out to Dre's or Jewel, something like that, but no, these inner system planets, I didn't assume it would be one of them. But yeah, I didn't realize how wonky the orbit was, and I made a mistake wasting fuel trying to align my orbit pre-leaving Kerbin orbit. And that, I think that's what killed me. Perhaps with better piloting than mine, if I wouldn't have done that, perhaps it could have made it to Moho. But even then, I sincerely doubt it. I think to get to Moho, we're going to need a vastly redesigned heavy launcher and a vastly redesigned final stage here. I'm gonna have to go for more fuel up here, a bigger launcher, I think. And yeah, well, at least we learned a few things. Unfortunately, it's not what I was hoping to learn with this mission. I was really hoping to make it to that darn crater on Moho that I have seen around, but alas, my poor Gilroy, or Guillory, it is not to be. So you have your capsule and your precious picture of Kerbin to keep you company. Until perhaps one day when I can send out a rescue mission to maybe come and pick you up. I was about to say perhaps refill your fuel, but you have no docking ports, and so that simply would not happen. But yes, perhaps one day we can send a rescue mission out here to save poor Guillory, and by that point, most likely his cold dead corpse. But yes, unfortunately, this is a failed mission. Ah, man, I'll be honest, I'm kind of tempted not even to release this video and just try and do something else real quick. But no, I wanted this series to be both my successes and my failures. And unfortunately, this is a failure that came far sooner than I had hoped. So yes, I hope perhaps you may have at least learned from this mission. You may not have enjoyed it as much as our usual episodes, but perhaps it'll show you some things that you perhaps should avoid yourself. And I do hope you come back for the next episode where we attempt to actually do this mission better. I need to go back to the drawing board and try and figure a better launch vehicle, and space is flickering. But yes, I will try and figure a redesign and come back to this again. But for now, thank you for watching, my friends. And as always, have a good one.